Hello everyone, this is the second part of the video on trigonometric equations. The two equations we're going to solve are these. One of the approaches to solve them could be making a change of variable, meaning for example t equals sine of x. If we do this change of variable, the equation receives the form 2t squared minus 3t minus 2 equals 0. This equation can be solved either using the quadratic formula or factoring. If I use the quadratic formula, then t is equal to 3 plus minus the root of 9 minus 4 times 2 times minus 2 over 2 times 2, so 4. This is 25, therefore the root is 5, which gives 3 plus minus 5 over 4, which gives t1 equals 2 and t2 equals minus half. From here we can undo the change. That means sine of x is either equal to 2 or sine of x is equal to minus 1 half. Pay attention that the first equation has no solution, since in the unit circle there is no point whose y-coordinate is 2. Sine of x, of course, is the y-coordinate of the points in the unit circle, where in the unit circle is the sine equal to minus 1 half. The sine, of course, is the y-coordinate, so this is minus 1 half. For what angles is the sine minus 1 half, meaning there is one angle here, this point that is minus root 3 over 2 comma minus 1 half, and of course this is the angle. This angle is 210 degrees, and therefore x1 is 210 degrees or 7 pi over 6 radians. And then of course there is another angle, there is another point here, which is root 3 over 2 comma minus 1 half, and the angle is this, which is, if this is 30, of course it's 330 degrees or 11 pi over 6. Let's assume that we're looking for solutions in the interval 0 to 2 pi. So these are the two solutions of this equation in this interval. The second equation is solved similarly. Again, I'm going to make the change t equals tan of x. Therefore, the equation becomes t squared minus t minus 2 equals 0. This equation either can be solved using the quadratic formula or by factoring. This time, for example, I'm going to factor. So this is t minus 2, t plus 1, which gives two solutions. T is either equal to 2 or t is equal to minus 1. So now we have to undo the change. That means tan of x is equal to either 2 or tan of x is equal to minus 1. Pay attention, tan of x represents the slope of the tangent. Of course, if you think about the unit circle, and then there is a point where, assume that the slope of this line is 2, then this is the angle we are looking for. And then there is another angle, which of course is this one, and because the slope of the line is still 2, and remember that tan of x represents the slope of the line in the unit circle. Here we have to use a calculator. X will be arctan of 2. In the calculator it says tan minus 1, which is arctan of 2. This gives approximately 63.4 degrees or 1.11 radians using a calculator. Here, tan of x equals minus 1 again. Here, by the way, of course, the other angle is that angle plus 180. So x2 will be 63.4 plus 180 degrees. That is 243.4 degrees approximately, or 1.11 plus pi radians. That's 1.11 plus 3.14, means 4.25 radians approximately, the other angle. Where is the tan of x equal to minus 1? Again, there are two angles. This line, its slope is minus 1. There are two angles. One angle is this one, which is 135 degrees or 3 pi over 4 radians, and the other angle, which is this one, is 315 degrees, 360 minus 45, or 7 pi over 4. So in general, when there is a quadratic equation with trigonometric functions, what we do is a change of variables, solve for t, and then solve for x.